Welcome back everyone, it's me Matt. Really appreciate you stopping by on today's video. I take great pride in discussing my own Armed Forces of Canada, and even more so knowing that there are new pieces of equipment coming out for some of the most highly trained individuals in our armed forces. The Canadian Sniper. I think it's safe to say they've definitely earned their place in the history books and record books with some of the shots that are being placed out there, and some of the most professional individuals in our infantry are snipers, and I have a huge respect for them. Now, unfortunately, I have not had the pleasure of meeting a Canadian sniper in my current military career. Being a reservist, I'm probably not going to get the chance to. But in my British Army career as a regular force soldier, I did get to meet a lot of snipers in both armoured and mechanised infantry companies that I was attached to. And as I said, I have a massive respect for them. I had a couple actually close friends who were snipers and part of sniper support teams. So really do have a fond fascination for the sniper world, but certainly something I would not be suited to. I'm not the best shot in the world. And as glamorous as the sniping world is, I'm just not suited to it. So I do have a massive respect, and this video is dedicated to all those active serving snipers out there, wherever you may come from, but particularly those of the Canadian Armed Forces and British Armed Forces that I did serve alongside and now currently am serving within the CAF. Shout out to you, thank you for what you do. Honestly, you know, the expertise, the experience, and professionalism that you take as your trade and your skill is unmatched. So thank you. But today's video is quite specific to some changes that are going to be coming to the Canadian Armed Forces with the sniper teams that are going to be utilising weapon systems in their day-to-day role. Recently, it's been announced, as of December 9th, that the new semi-automatic weapons for sniper teams have been delivered to the Canadian Forces, and testing has actually begun with snipers on the ground. And I'd like to talk a little bit about this new weapon system. But before I do, that this video is brought to you by Ridge Wallet. They were kind enough to allow me to sponsor their fantastic product, and to be honest with you, I have been looking for a new wallet overall anyway. It's sleek and industrial, and doesn't fold or awkwardly bulge in your back pocket or get in the way, similar to that of a, I guess, leather wallet that I would have when I'm serving with the army in my Canadian Armed Forces career, because sometimes you do need to take your wallet into the field, and big bulky leather ones are just a pain in the butt. With something like this, it's nicely protected and completely changes my whole pocket situation when trying to use things in the field. It is designed to fit easily into your pocket, and most people are still using wallets designed in the 90s, carrying around all receipts, gift cards, hotel keys, and just a complete unorganized mess. Why have we moved from large flip cell phones to the iPhone, etc., but still use the same old school leather wallet? Some of the things I genuinely like about this particular system to collect my cards and wallet items is that it holds up to 12 cards plus room for some cash, which if I need to use in the field, there it is. There's over 30 different colors and styles that you can choose from, including carbon fiber and burnt titanium. I chose the more tactical green. I really love it, but really don't take my word for it. I mean, there's about 30,000 5-star reviews on this product. I don't endorse things that I don't believe in. As I said, I do need something that's useful for me in the field. The durable materials really do mean each wallet comes with a lifetime warranty, so you can buy this one wallet and carry it around for life. The Ridge team is so confident that you will like it, they'll let you actually test drive it for 45 days, and you can send it back for a full refund if you don't like it. Also, for those of you who are really into your security, this does have RFID blocking technology that protects you from digital pickpocketers, which in the day of today, we do have that risk for sure. You can get 10% off today with the free worldwide shipping and returns by going to ridge.com/Walletsimus. That's ridge.com/Walletsimus, and use the code Walletsimus in the link in the description box below. So let's talk about this new semi-automatic rifle for the Canadian Armed Forces. Now, the new rifle was selected by the Canadian Army in August of 2019 as part of their Sniper Systems project, and was developed to fulfill a sniper, not a designated marksman role. The contract for the rifle was forthcoming, but Colt Canada expected to deliver at least 300 rifles in total in FDE, or flat dark earth finish, and the C20 went through extensive Canadian Armed Forces testing to meet relevant NATO standards, including extreme conditions and endurance testing, which it fired around 8,000 rounds without a single stoppage. The initial delivery for the new C20's 7.62mm semi-automatic sniper weapon occurred in November as planned. Department of National Defense spokesman André Anne Paulin confirmed this to newspapers that, quote, "With the delivery of these first systems, we began the training activities for the weapons technicians and snipers, as well as the final technical testing, which we completed by the end of this month," unquote, which is December. The remaining C20 deliveries will commence and be completed in the new year. The rifles were manufactured by Colt Canada and will be used by sniper teams as an auxiliary weapon primarily. As you can see in most of this footage, we are not looking at the weapon system itself. These are more heavy-duty weapon systems such as the 50 caliber and the 338 Lapua weapon systems, but this 7.62mm semi-automatic is going to be really useful for the sniper to have as a secondary. As of right now, the C8 and the C7 are the secondary weapon systems for the Canadian snipers, along with other weapon systems for special forces that they may be utilizing on that I am not aware of actually using. But overall, this is going to be a really interesting change, and it's nice to see that it's not going to be set up as a designated marksmanship rifle. It would be nice to see more of these rifles being ordered for standalone marksmen within the infantry squads, but these are specifically for snipers. Now, the federal government initially awarded $2 million to the contract of Colt Canada in Kitchener on February 28th to establish the production line to produce the C20 weapon. Now, I want to make it very clear, as an active serving member of the armed forces, I'm not a subject matter expert, I am not a sniper, and I'm also not putting any towards my opinion of this weapon system and its procurement, merely just pointing out the facts that this weapon system is coming out of there. I need to make that very clear when I create this video. The DND didn't put any unit cost for each rifle itself, but it's roughly guesstimated at about $24,000 per rifle. Now, the rifle itself has an 18-inch barrel, but a 16-inch version is likely to be available in the future. Colt Canada claimed that the C20 achieved an average of 0.66 MOA, or minutes of angle, over 144 5-round groups, collected throughout endurance testing, with a 1 in 10 twist, a 4-groove barrel with all groups, shot with the first round cold with suppressor using 175 grain Federal Gold Match ammunition. The rifle uses a direct gas impingement system, has a monolithic upper receiver, and the technology is licensed from LMT. That allows for a full-length Picatinny rail on top. The MRRL integrated upper receiver has an M-lock forend. The C20 has a Gazelle SSA dual-stage trigger and an LMT DMR adjustable buttstock and American Defense bipod. It has been tested with the OSS QD 7.62mm suppressor and conformed from the ASTUR. The Canadian Forces have not yet selected an optic to run specifically with the C20, but more than likely it will be something like a Schmidt & Bender. The rifle's weight unloaded is 9.1 pounds, its overall barrel length is 18 inches, its overall length is 38 inches, and as mentioned before, the rifling is a 1 in 10 twist. The magazine capacity is an interesting 20-round magazine, which can be extended to 30 if necessary, but of course then would affect on which the magazine flushing to the ground. It's not like an AR-15 platform where you want that 30-round mag. You want that 20 so that it actually stays level with the pistol grip of the rifle, so it's not interfering with the stabilization of placing the weapon system into a prone position on the ground or any kind of platform you're trying to place it upon. So, overall then, pretty exciting stuff. With standalone bolt-action rifles being the primary weapon system of the Canadian sniper, I love watching them shoot some of these rifles. I mean, if I had the money, I'd be buying my own Timberwolf, my own C14. God, I wish I could have a 50 cal, but unfortunately not. But one day, I will purchase myself a Timberwolf because they are just an absolutely beautiful rifle, and the accuracy, from what I've heard of people who own these in the civilian world and in the military world, are unrivaled. They're a beautiful rifle, and once again, Canadian made. Really interesting stuff, though, going down the semi-automatic route with a 7.62mm. I know some other forces around the world, of course the British Army with their own rifle, with the designated marksman rifle, have gone down that route too. So a lot of interesting developments in the sniper world for rifles nowadays, and as much as I want to see 50 cals going down range every day, it's really cool that we're getting sort of the semi-automatic 20-round firepower going down as well to support the snipers in case things get a little tight. And still being able to do, those long-range engagements. It'd be interesting to know what the, max and min range is of this kind of weapon system utilized by the Canadian Armed Forces. I'm sure, there is a manufactured destination for where they want the round to go from, Colt Canada, but can the snipers drag that out a little further with their skills and expertise? I can almost guarantee that they can. You've heard a lot of situations of people putting rounds down range on some weapon platforms that are nowhere near designed per the manufacturer to hit at that range, but they still do it due to the highly trained and motivational skill levels from some of the snipers out there in the world. So once again, Thank you to the snipers that are out there, and I hope when this rifle does get into the hands of our Canadian Armed Forces, they get to enjoy it to its full extent and utilize it as best they need to. Thank you all for watching today. Hope you learned a little about the C20 rifle and its upcoming integration into the Canadian Armed Forces. Once again, I am not a subject matter expert, and any opinions or facts on this is purely just from myself, not of that of the Canadian Armed Forces. I'm excited, I have to say, to see a new piece of equipment come out, so it's really good news. If you did enjoy the video, please feel free to leave me a like, click that subscribe button, and if you want to be notified of any upcoming content, you can click the little bell by the subscribe button. Thank you so much for joining me today. For those of you who have been supporting me on my Patreon, my PayPal, and in membership, thank you so very much for that. I really do appreciate it. I'll see you on the next one, everyone. All the best. Bye-bye.